Welcome to another edition of Highliner News. I'm Olivia.
And I'm Avery. The girls' basketball team is well into their season.
Reporter Derek Deagle finds out what goals they set for the season.
With basketball season in full swing, we sit down with the girls' basketball team.
A team goal for us is to have a better record than the boys.
And to make it to the second day at the Shack.
To reach our goal this year, I think we need to play our hearts out every single game.
And I think we need to buy into our practice plan and our game plans.
This season, I'm most excited to make new memories with the team.
And I'm most excited just to play because we didn't know if we would be able to get to.
My team goals for this season are to get to the second day at the Shack. To reach these goals, we all need to buy into the process. I'm most excited just to play this season.
Some personal goals of mine this season are to make all EDC again and then get my 1,000 points. My team goal for this season is to do better than last year. To reach these goals, I think we need to communicate and then have a good defensive year. I'm most excited just to have the opportunity to play.
For Highliner News, this is Derek Deagle.
Throughout the school, there are many unique names, but do you know these people's nicknames?
My nickname is Buff. Well, first of all, you can just probably look at me and you'd be able to tell. But on a serious note, there was a friend of my parents' family that passed away right around the time I was born, and his first name was Buff.
My nickname is Dora, and it's because I rode a Dora bike down a hill when I was 8.
My nickname is Cal because it's my name.
My nickname is Toilet because I am lactose intolerant.
One of my nicknames is Peanut because it's what my dad calls me, and so that's what everyone else calls me.
Although we have had a pleasant winter, this time of year may bring some unwarranted mood swings your way.
Luke Ploggins brings advice in a miniature documentary on winter blues.
Seasonal depression is unpredictable. The National Institutes of Health defines seasonal affective disorder as mood changes that begin when seasons change. You may feel sluggish, agitated, hopeless, or isolated. But remember that you shouldn't give up. When dealing with these problems, it's important to recognize that they are present and immediately get help. Whether it's making changes in your routine or talking to professionals, don't let yourself be isolated with your problems. Nobody deserves to be alone, even you. Light affects our mood. Some immediate solutions are getting some sunlight. Go on a walk and drink some coffee while you're at it. Open your blinds, get outside of your bedroom, and sit near windows. All of these things will make your day better. Also, find a hobby if you don't have one. Finding something that you can put your soul into, regardless of the results, will put your mind at ease. Some people find painting, writing, baking, and even exercising to be therapeutic. But you could essentially do anything. Finally, don't withdraw yourself from others. Hang out with someone new, join a support group, volunteer, or even just find support from your close friends and family. This winter may be tough, but remember that you are always loved. Stay safe.
For Highliner News, this is Luke Ploggins.
One VCHS senior has a very expensive hobby.
Reporter Luke Wendell brings us the story.
The hobby of fixing vehicles started for Jayton at a young age.
I've kind of always done it. I grew up with that stuff. My dad was a derby driver, my grandpa was a farmer, so I was always in the shop helping one of them tinker with stuff, so I can't really put an age on when I started.
His hobby contains a variety of different vehicles.
I got this. I have a 47 Chevy Business Coupe, which is a car that I'm working on, a 37 International truck that I'm working on, a 49 International truck that I'm working on, a 03 Duramax, and a Corolla and a Trailblazer.
It's not just fixing vehicles for Jayton.
I like it. I think it's fun. It's soothing for me when I'm not throwing wrenches all over the place.
It's more than just restoring older vehicles. He also has to upkeep all of his current ones.
This one just general, making sure it stays running. It hasn't been working very well. Pulling out dents, fixing suspension. I may or may not have made an illegal exhaust, but that's fine. The 47 Chevy, right now I'm just trying to get it running. The 37 International, I'm just trying to get it running. And then the 49 International is sitting right there. It runs, but it doesn't have a body on it. So I need to get a body on that.
Reporting for Highliner News, this is Luke.
Reporter Jace Thompson roamed the halls asking random questions to random students and staff.
Hello everyone, this is Jace Thompson with random questions. Let's go. Christy, is clear a color?
No.
Can you see a glass?
Yes.
What's the strangest thing in your refrigerator?
Probably aloe vera gel.
What was your favorite toy growing up?
I had this stuffed animal, and it was like a puppy, and I loved playing with it.
If you could interview a famous person, who would you choose?
The Rock.
The Rock. Wow. Mr. Murray, what is the funniest thing that you've ever seen on the news?
President Trump.
Mr. Murray, I can't put that. Maybe I can. We'll see. What would you do with $1 million?
Give it all to charity.
What's the smartest thing you've ever done?
Become a teacher.
Do you save or spend?
I spend. I spend my racks.
Why are you leaving me? Get this, Kale. How many people do you know?
There are a few new instructors this year at VCHS.
Reporter Abby Peterson introduces the new art teacher.
I live on a farm just north of Ariska, North Dakota, so I went to Maple Valley Schools. I went to undergrad at NDSU, studied for art education, and then I went to my master's through Ohio State University. Then I moved to Grand Forks after college, and I came back after 3 years of teaching in Grand Forks, and now I work here.
She has a couple favorite projects for her 7th and 8th graders.
I really enjoy teaching clay houses in 8th grade, and then in 7th grade we always do this iZoom project, which we are working on right now, and it's one of my favorites. I get really good results.
Here's a fun fact.
I did not have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich until I was 20 years old.
Now for some trivia. How many types of animals does Miss Tomty have? A, 4, B, 1, C, 6, or D, 5? If you said 4, you're correct.
I have 2 cats and a dog and 2 horses and several goats. I have lots of animals.
Which is not a hobby of Miss Tomty? A, reading, B, horseback riding, C, baking, D, yoga, or E, quilting? Quilting is not a hobby of Miss Tomty.
I do all sorts of things.
What is Miss Tomty's favorite beverage? A, tea, B, pop, C, coffee, or D, lemonade?
Definitely coffee. Every day.
Reporting for Highlander News, this is Abby Peterson.
Standing on the sidelines at boys basketball games is a group of young ladies that work hard to bring spirit to the games.
Reporter Lundeen Marcellus brings us the story.
I started head coaching football season this year, but I've been assistant coaching with the previous head coach, Sarah Miller, for about 2 years. We have 2 competitions a year. We have one in November, and we have another competition that we do in the winter. One of the main goals that I want my cheerleaders to accomplish is know that, we're a team and we work together.
The VCHS cheerleaders tell us what they are most excited for this season.
Competition. Honestly, competition, but I doubt we're going to be able to do anything for that. So.
Getting to know new people.
Our awesome cheerleaders also inform us on their favorite part about being on the team.
You can act as crazy as you want to. Nobody will judge you. Basically the friendships you make, because we're like a family and we just stick up for each other.
Yeah, I like how supportive everybody is of everybody.
You build great relationships.
I like how kind everyone is and like how supportive we all are of each other.
Reporting for Highlander News, this is Lindy Marcellus.
A group of 5 Washington elementary girls have been hard at work putting together their own newspaper.
Reporter Michaela Waitson sits down with 2 of the girls behind the school news.
Our friend group last year, we just started making it. We all come together and we fill out a paper. If there's any events that actually happen that are like, wow, like a class went on quarantine, we'll put it in. Like if something crazy happened, we'll put it in the paper. Like if there's a holiday, then we usually write an article about it. And COVID stuff with winter. When the water pipe broke in town, we wrote about that. So stuff, not just stuff at the school, stuff in town too.
Doing this paper has taught these girls so much.
Well, when I was in 5th grade, I was really scared of the 6th grade teachers. And then when we would like deliver the newspaper to them, then we learned that they weren't scary.
Reporting for Highlander News, this is Michaela Wadeson.
Thank you for joining us for this edition of Highlander News. I'm Avery.
And I'm Olivia.